Hey everyone, my name is chaoticwolph and welcome back to Homestuck. So, wild stuff happened in the last couple of videos. We found out, well, I don't know if it really counts, but we found out that the white text guy is Doc Scratch, who works for the time-traveling demon, Lord English, so I guess that's like a big revelation. And then some weird stuff happened between Equius and Aurelia, and then Nepeta had to update her shipping wall. You know, some troll session stuff, and there's like a couple more trolls we have yet to officially meet, and I think 2 of them are sea dwellers, but we're not gonna meet them yet. Instead, we're gonna meet some other troll, you know, after pages and pages and pages. We finally meet. Isn't this Jay? Seriously, it could take forever. Look, she has her trusty chainsaw here. That's her name. I call her like the troll, the rose of the trolls, you know? Your name is Kanaya Miriam. You are one of the few of your kind who can withstand the blistering Alternian sun, and perhaps the only one who enjoys the feel of its rays. As such, you are one of the few of your kind who has taken a shining to landscaping. You've cultivated a lush oasis around your hive, and in particular, you've honed your craft through the art of topiary, sculpting your trees to match the puffy oracles from your dreams. You have embraced the tool of this trade, which conveniently is the weapon of choice for those who would hunt the heinous broods of the undead, which crawl from the sand and surprise to feast on the light and the living. Great! It would be convenient if you actually hunted them, but it is of course far too dangerous. Every bit as suicidal as attempting to poach the terrible muscle beasts who roam at night. So you indulge in your bright fascination with the grim through literature. Just before the sun goes down and you join your flora and rest, you immerse yourself in tales of rainbow drinkers and shadow droppers and forbidden passion. You are one of the few of your kind with jade green blood, okay? As such, you are one of the few who could be selected and raised by a virgin mother grub, an event so rare as to elude documented precedent. She would defend you from desert threats, and though her life would be short, in time you will assure her of progeny. She sounds awesome, too bad she died. You are one of the few of your kind whose affection for the aesthetic strongly overpowers instinctive regard for the utilitarian. As such, you are one of the few of your kind who has developed a zeal for fashion and design and lively, colorful patterns. Okay, so unlike other trolls, she does care about how she looks and, you know, what she wears. You decorate your hive with flora and fabric as delicately or aggressively as inspiration demands. You are a seamstress, or a ragged ripper, or a tree trimmer, or a lumberjack, whichever you care to be, and your unique hive is equipped with a great supply of advanced technology to accommodate your interests. The technology and indeed the hive itself were all recovered from the ruins nearby when you were very young. The seed of your hive was deployed on the volcanic rocks beneath the sand with the assistance of your Lucis and her remarkable burrowing skills, and you have lived there happily together since. You know the ruins and the hive and everything here that is not sand and rock originated from the world of your dreams. You also know that one day you will visit this world while you are awake. That day is today. Great! Your troll tag is Grim Auxiliatrix, and you tend to enunciate each word you speak very carefully. I mean very clearly and carefully. Well, clearly I can't be Grim Auxiliatrix because I can't pronounce every word clearly and carefully. What will you do? Kanaya, equip chainsaw. Yes! Every girl's dream. Oh. What? Who just jacked my chainsaw? What chainsaw? You are quite sure there is no chainsaw leaning on that bookshelf. There is, however, a tube of lipstick on the floor. Is that a portable chainsaw? Because that is amazing. Kanaya, fine. Equip that then. What's it gonna be? Makeup guy. Interesting. Also, your outfit change? Okay. Alright, let's settle down. No need to get hysterical. Oh, there goes your wardrobe again. Okay, she has a lot of tech that Jade has. Interesting. Never a dull moment in fashion when the randomized cycle is on. Kanaya, apply. Apply that chainsaw makeup to your face. You can choose between your trademark jade or black, even though a troll's lips are naturally black. but they can always be darker, blacker, and a lady with a true sense of style knows this. In any case, you think you'll be mixing things up and go with green for a while? Great, I love it. That water fryer is really active. Kanaya, answer CC. Wait, that's new, isn't it? Is this one of the sea dwellers? Yeah, it's a sea dweller. Cuttlefish Color CC began trolling Grim Auxiliatrix GA. Hello? Hey, Kanaya, I... Glub 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 glub. 3-8. It's like a very... Okay, I think the 3 are the horns and the eyes are the 8 and then a smiley face. You seem more excited than usual. Or less. I can't tell. Help me tell without saying glub. Glub 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 glub. I'm gonna type this face now. It's like a eyes with a question mark shaped mouth. Even though no one knows how to make a mouth do a question shape like that. Wow, this person has like a lot of weird emojis? Maybe? Sorry? I think that's a face. Possibly. It's hard to tell. Maybe they're the gills. I can't really control the glubs. Yes, you can, but that's fine. You can glub to the content of your collapsing and expanding bladder-based aquatic vascular system. If it means you're excited about something, I am excited. Okay, why? Everything... Okay, they're using brackets as like a letter or something. Oh, that's egg. Okay. Everything we are about to do next is exciting. It is always exciting. I'm excited. Okay, I don't know if that's PC or that's a face. It looks like one of your letters got away from you. Oh, Pachu? Maybe? Pachu? Yeah, I really launched that one. You forked an innocent D loitering over there by the shout hole, minding its own business. Hee hee? Glub glub glub. Hey, let's stop being retarded for a minute. Yeah, sure. I am just worked up about this game. It will be great. I've been waiting a long time to get started. We all have. I thought so. I have been cloaked in a mood of perpetual anticipation for some time as well. We should compare notes, even though we are on different teams. Well, not really. Really? See, this is why we should be comparing notes. That's a face. That's a surprise face. What notes would you like to submit for comparison? Well, I am going to join my team pretty late. I think I have to. I will need to connect after my goofball monorail does so I can keep my goggles on. His nefarious escapades. It's a tough job, but it's important. Everyone has an important job to do. Yeah, isn't that what you're doing too? Joining late to keep an eye on yours? I don't know for a fact that she is mine. Haha, you're not supposed to know for a fact, dummy. You just do what you think is right, and even if you were wrong, the worst that happened was you helped somebody and helped the whole world too. Oh, I like CC, they're very positive. I know, but what if I don't really want her to be that? Glub 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 shrug. Yeah, glub glub shrug is the right attitude, I think. Our minds are already made up anyway, aren't they? Yes, probably. Your clouds tell you everything, so what do you even have to worry about? They don't tell me everything. Just as I am sure she doesn't whisper everything to you. That's true. Oh shucks, now I'm gonna get sad. She'll be gone soon. Sad face. Tough. I guess it will be a relief not to have to worry about keeping her voice down anymore. Okay, someone talks really loud, I guess. I wonder if any other kid on the planet has as many burdens in the fire as you. I doubt it. They are burdens. Okay, I guess they are. But I love them, and I wouldn't have it any other way, because this is why I'm here. On that note, I think I'm going to say goodbye to her. Maybe you should too while you have the chance. Even though I'll see her again soon. Which still seems kind of strange to me. But that's why this is also exciting. Kanaya, bye! Cuttlefish Color CC cease trolling Grim Auxiliatrix GA. I don't know who Cuttlefish Color is, but I love them. They're so positive about everything. Kanaya, chuck on Lucis, which is probably dead. That is a very active wardrobifier. You had nearly forgotten today her time would come. Maybe you would be there, maybe you should be there in her final moment. But then it isn't exactly final, is it? Death is pretty confusing without the finality. Wait, so you guys were talking about AA this time? You knew she was gonna die. Okay. Very much like Jade, you know, she knows that future stuff that's gonna happen. The holy hell is this? Oh, you're talking about your Lucis? Okay. Oh, I don't know. It's too late! You better change back into your work clothes. No point in getting a good dress dirty. Kanaya, go downstairs. My good Virgin Mother grub, whatever that is. She brought you this far, now to live up to the end of your bargain. Of the bargain. Kanaya, operate. Oh, you meant that literally. Operate like operation. Okay. Yeah, it's a very awesome lipstick chainsaw. We could all use one. Splorch. Okay, what are you getting? Like, they're eggs? So we can hatch another one? Well, that was not what I was expecting. Is that an egg? Hard as hell. Kanaya, capture log that thing. Okay. Unknown object. Capture log. You secure the Matri orb through your chastity modest. Safe and sound. You will surreptitiously discover the key to unlock this card when and only when you are ready to use this item, and not a moment before. Well, that sounds inconvenient. Screw that chastity. Look at this mess. All this blood and sunlight is stirring bright feelings within. You often fantasize about being a true rainbow drinker from your literature. It would be a life of darting between the shadows of persecution and being misunderstood, and of romance. You would drink heavily from its multicolored well, and the hemo spectrum would be your wine list preceding the great feast of passion. Surely it couldn't hurt. Well, no one's looking. Please do not do what you're about to do, because that's gross. Kanaya, just a taste. How about no? People gotta stop licking stuff they find. It's disgusting. Blah. Kanaya, meddle with Morail. Shouldn't have licked that weird thing in the first place. Now it's all gross and weird. AG. What? Just wanted to know if your Lucis oh, we had this convo already. You then proceed to have the rest of this conversation we already have, blah blah blah, bugging and fussing and meddling through the special and magical union, one you only describe as being in more allegiance with another. At least you guess that's how you would describe it, maybe. Troll romance sure is confusing. Yes, it is confusing. I didn't know you guys were like in a troll romance. It's very complicated. You will put her out of your mind for a while. It should be hours before you have to connect with her anyway. Might as well pack this thing up and head inside. Oh, what now? What could this guy want? It never ends! Kanaya, answer CA. CA, who's that? So it's not the person that we were talking to earlier. Okay, that's gotta be another sea dweller. Caligula's Aquarium, CA, began trolling grim auxiliary tricks, GA. Can make her... what? Can make her talk to me, do something. What? Who? You're no good conniving fucking backstabbing girl crush, that's who. Wow, this is such a huge like difference compared to the other sea dweller. Overstating our relationship won't make me feel very cooperative. It's paler red than that, okay? Psh, that is a fucking laugh and you know it, everyone does. So help me out, tell her to talk to me. I think she blocked me, you got to. Why do I got to? I don't got to, and every time you take my help for granted, I feel like I got to a little less. Whatever, you are so the village two-wheel device when it comes to auspicizing. You can't let a grudge go by, you won't stick your busy stem betwixt, so get with the program, Fussy Fangs. If your slander weren't so predictable, I blocked you too for saying that. Has it occurred to you she may have blocked you because you are very overbearing? Oh, very true. I just said that aloud now in your silly accent and had a private moment of enjoyment. Who gives a shit why she blocked me or about my fucking manners? Come on, you've got away with her. I figure if you're going to auspicize any two brain suckers who snare at each other a funny way, you might as well make it official and be ours, right? Your black solicitation just seems really indecent. What do you want from her anyway? What do they want from anyone, really? She made me something per a prior arrangement. She will deliver it when we meet in the game, but I don't know what the logistics are yet. I'm trying to connoiter with her here, but she's blowing me off again. Fickle dirt scraping land hag. What is it? Can stupid what do you think? It's a fucking gizmo to blow up the world or something. Okay, well, not that obviously. But something that'll kill all land dwellers, what else would I be after? Can you just for a moment entertain the thoughts of one untouched by megalomaniacal derangement and tell me why I want to assist you with that? Well, I'm not going to very well kill you, am I? That would be fucking unconscionable. What kind of friend would I be? Also speculate for a moment that self-preservation might not be what would sway my decision. Yeah, go ahead and kiss us off, but there be blood on your hands. You could either play along as our auspicious and do a little mediating like you were fucking hatched to, or watch she and me devolve into fucking full-fledged kissmasses, the kind like you don't get once in 10,000 sweeps. You know, that's what it would be. There would be rainbow rivers running through star systems and all nebulizing like liquid fireworks. I don't understand anything you're saying, even though those are like words. It would be beautiful and heartbreaking all at once. You should read up on your history instead of pouring through that god-awful sunny rubbish. It's just laborious listening to this. I'm sorry, none of it matters. Yes, it does, it's important. Sorry, but the fate of the race and purity of the bloodline is important. Excuse me for being concerned. I know, but you really should know by now. The world will end tonight regardless. Land and sea dwellers alike will all die because of the game we are about to play. And I agree the fate of the race is important, but it's in my hands now. All of ours, really. Huh. Well, okay. Really. Ordinarily, I call it bullshit and terrible stinking BS like that, but I know you don't really lie about stuff. Unless it's to yourself. But that's why I bother even talking to you. I wouldn't even be here saying any of this otherwise. So do your clouds tell you that? The doomsday scenario in particular. No, not exactly. I got clouds and they don't tell me shit. They hide nothing but misfortune and monstrosities. Fucking pain in the ass fucking clouds. So how do you know then? I have another source. They all have other sources. They also have a gazillion partner in crimes. Okay, well, you're jack tight the fuck into this thing in so many ways. I don't know what to say anymore. Whatever, we will just play and find out, I guess. So can you tell her to talk to me anyway? No. God damn it. She and me are teammates. We've got to have a pow or something. I mean a powwow or something. You are exactly on the same team? Fuck. Fine, I get it. I'll step off. You don't want to be our auspicious because you don't want to get locked into that sort of relationship with her? I can respect that. No, that's not it. Yeah, it is. Your real feelings run pretty awful ruddy, methinks everybody knows it. Especially that Asblood Cardcat, he and me have you so pegged about that. It's upright silly. But it's cool. It's totally fine. Don't worry. I'll leave you alone and give you a shot. It's unbelievable. Her patience. What? Whoa, wait, who? Never mind. Okay, wait, did she talk to you today? What did she say? Or glove or whatever. Something about longing to touch you indiscreetly. What? And then she's basically in the scarlet throes for you and as deep in the flush quadrant as one can be. So basically like she really likes you or something. Wait, did she actually say that in confidence? To the letter. Can you copy exactly what she said? Absolutely not. This is bullshit. You be essing me in some way awful? You don't lie but you do tease and I'll transfuse? My kick-ass royal blood out with incontinent muscle beast discharge if I won't know when I'm getting hooked. Okay, that was a mouthful of nonsense. Yeah, she's just a concerned Morail, looking out for you, that's all. Aw, fuck, see, I'm telling you, you gotta play your cards right. What do you mean? If you're not savvy about how you define yourself to people, you can just splash into the Morail zone before you know which way's upward. Oh, Can't is hard. What? Being a kid and growing up. It's hard, and nobody understands. What is this, a Simple Plan song? Caligula's Aquarium, CA, Cease Trolling Grim Auxiliary Tricks, GA. It's a really weird combo. This guy is, or girl, I don't know, is like a complete opposite of the other Sea Dweller person. Kanaya, return to your room. That's a lot of pillows. There's a lot to do before you enter. There will be a lot of people to talk to and help along the way. No, not meddle with or mediate. Help, damn it. You are very helpful. You have a lot of inside information on what you and your co-players are about to face. You're jack tight the fuck into this thing in so many ways we don't know what to say anymore. And it's not just cloud visions either. You have another source. Kanae, consult source. What is this? Who's the other source? This looks familiar, doesn't it? Who easy? Hey, it's the walkthrough, isn't it? In one dream, the clouds pointed you to the address of a server hidden in an obscure pocket of a realm unknowable to mortals. It contains a journal written by a young member of an alien species. She has documented her experiences playing the game you are about to play. How does that work? I thought that Earth didn't exist yet. I guess time is very complicated here. You can only assume this took place a long time ago. This race is likely ancient, preceding yours by millions of sweeps, maybe billions. You like to try to imagine the adventures of these players. Were they successful in repopulating their race? Did they manage to protect their matriarch and hatch a new mother grab? Oh, so you did grab an egg. Could they hold it together? Or were they torn apart by the complex social dynamics? The matespritships and more allegiances and auspicisms and kismetitudes that will surely plague your group along the way. You have little doubt they succeeded with flying colors. Oh yeah, they succeeded so hard. Whoa, this is all very sudden. You have little doubt their victory was because of their leader, a great heroine, the tentacle therapist. Oh yeah, she was very hardcore. That's why I said that she's like the troll, the rose of the trolls, you know, because she was reading from her thing. For what she recorded, it seems the group had very little knowledge of what they were getting into. And yet they appear to have been the only of their kind to have risen to the challenge in a session stacked heavily against them. You are convinced her leadership was the difference. It would be nice to have the chance to talk to her. Alas, she's likely been dead for millennia. Only the incomplete record of a long-forgotten quest remains. On the other hand, if you were to discover her quest ended in failure, it might be somewhat disillusioning. But that thought never crossed your mind. Tavros, enter. I mean, technically they haven't failed yet, we don't know. The story hasn't ended yet. Having narrowly dodged obliteration, you take your place as the Page of Breath in the land of sea and Zephyr. And in time. Tavros, go outside and look at what I built for you. You're going to flip, okay. Oh right, you're a server player? Such fun, oh jeez. What a dick, man. Make those ramps or whatever. I think this is probably meant to antagonize me. What are you talking about? Look at my beautiful building. Don't you think it's about time someone got a little creative with this game? Maybe? Everyone always wants to do things the boring way. Didn't we make a truce, Tavros? That we would try to be less boring from now on? You don't want to break your truce with me, do you, Tavros? No? Great, now get climbing. Please don't read this as a boring thing, I hope. But it's physically impossible to do that, mostly? Man, I knew it. Taurus News is back in action. Why don't you, in like a not boring way, build more inclined surfaces like you did over there? Maybe you could color them with fun colors so you won't think they're boring and get angry at me some more? I built that ramp because we were in a hurry to save your life, remember? A dead Tavros is even more boring than an alive and crippled Tavros by a slim margin. My stair structure is lovely and I'm not changing it. Now hop out of your wheel device and get climbing. Climbing? Or crawling, whatever. Stop being so helpless, it's pathetic. It will take a long time. Seriously, girl, why be such a dick? You caused them to be crippled. You should be like helping. What's the rush? You're in the game, safe and sound. Look in the sky. Do you see any meteors? I sure don't. But there are imps around, and I'll be sort of defenseless, lying down on stairs? Sigh. You did not just use that excuse. We both know you can commune with these things. Hey, why don't you physically command them to, psychically command them to carry you up? Oh my god, that is a great idea. Once again, leave it to Friska to come up with the creative solutions. I wouldn't really want to make them do that. I just don't understand why we can't do this the easy way. What good would that do you? What good would that do you? Whatever the purpose of this game is, it makes you work hard for it. The way you become stronger along the way and you are better prepared for whatever's next. Remember when we used to flop together? Remember when you threw me down the cliff? Or, you know, command me to go down the cliff? It was the exact same principle, and that's why you were always outmatched. You were too soft and not well prepared. Nothing comes easy, Tavros. That is why we go through the trials in the brooding caverns when we are young, to make sure we are strong when we come out. Do you remember the trials, Tavros? Not very well, no. Well, I do, and they were a bitch. But now I think about it, it would make the perfect sense if your trials were really easy by some mistake. That is why you are such a soggy phlegm sponge, and why you got picked by such a sad, frail little Lucis. Hey, don't talk about Tinkerbell that way, he died a really horrible death. But that's okay, it probably wasn't your fault. Just a bad break. You're lucky you have me as a server player, so I can challenge you and help you get strong. I feel like this is just a very brutal prank. Now hop out of that seat and get climbing. I will deliver the device to you once you are at the top. Climb, pupa, climb! Maybe I should ask Tinkerbell about this. He's really smart now that he can talk. No! You don't need help for your lame bull fairy. He is only holding you back. He's my friend. God, pathetic. This is getting frustrating. Why did I have to get stuck with a cripple? Just my luck. Do you have any idea how inconvenient this is? Do you have any sympathy for what I'm dealing with here? You're so inconsiderate. You just sit there looking smug. It's infuriating to look at you. You haven't even thanked me, or apologized for that matter. Thanks, Friska, for saving, my life? It sure was brave and heroic and pretty of you. Also, I'm sorry from the bottom of my nook. Seriously, how hard would that have been? Okay, thanks, I guess, but sorry for what? For being crippled, you ass? You want me to apologize? For being paralyzed? A real dick move. Yes, say you're sorry. I don't mean to be rude or boring, but that's ridiculous given the circumstances. Bullshit. It's something called basic decency and civility, you fudge blood bore. Now get down on your useless wobbly knees and apologize. No, I don't want to. These two, who idea was it to pair these two up? A bad idea. Oh jeez, hey, whoa, hold up, your cursor cannot interact with the player. You're breaking all the rules. I mean, I guess they're interacting with the wheelchair. Still! Apologize, pupa, apologize! Say you're sorry for being a cripple. Whee! Ahahaha. Is that Tinkerbell? That looks like imp. Tavros, summon Rufio. Oh, Rufio! They make their appearance. Whoa. I didn't know like that was a thing from within you, man. That's really messed up. That looks like the devil. Now she's done it. She has awoken the mighty inner fury that is Rufio! It's really weird, it looks like a human. Okay, I guess they're gone. But unfortunately, Rufio is not real. He's imaginary, a fake, like a made-up friend the way fairies are. You continue to be sad and alone. Aww. But we have Tinkerbell. Friska, wee. Girl, just stop being a dick, Tavros. You gotta get along if you want to be friends with people, you know? Be decent. Oh jeez, who's doing that? Someone's getting their revenge. Also, it's the freaking toilet, not the tub this time. But still, bathroom destroyed. It's like a, whatchamacallit, like a passage of, that you go through when you're like a server player. Kanaya, mediate. Oh, so she's a server player. Crazy, that's hilarious. Hey, what's your deal? Shouldn't you be helping me out of this jam instead of fussing with my plumbing? Just presenting a floating reminder that Tavros will need plenty of inclined surfaces for his ascent? That's silly. I made so many ramps you wouldn't even believe it. I specifically decided I wanted to build something ugly and boring. It is now the land of ramps and yawns. He's reported otherwise. That lousy snitch. Maybe I should take his computer away so he can't go crying to Fussy Fangs anymore. Maybe I should upend this load gaper over your head? No, don't! I'm still learning the interface. It could happen accidentally at any moment. I'm only trying to help him. Think of another way to help. Fine, I'll do something nice. I have an idea. I will be right back. And for the record, I was going to do this anyway. I was just trying to make him a better player first. Okay. In the meantime, how about I serve my client player the way I think is best? And you could do the same for yours? I thought I was. So much sass in here, man. Friska, scurry downstairs. You lost that round, I believe. Whoa, you're rich, man. Holy crap. Wild. You make your way down to one of your innumerable loot strongholds where you stash riches and gold and jewels and prizes plundered during your campaigns. So basically what you're saying is you rob people, right? There they are, your racket boots. You must confess you will find favor with just about any kind of footwear as long as it is bright red. You would wear these striking boots even if they were broken pieces of junk. But as it happens, they work just fine and they are awesome. Friska, take them. I can't believe you came down for boots, man. I thought we were here for the money. Wait, what? A block fell. Hold up. Are you saying your modest can only hold one object? Because that wouldn't make much sense. Okay. Friska, go back up. I mean, you have enough 8 balls anyway, who cares? Quit cleaning up after me, you are so ridiculous. I mean, she's just trying to help you, you know, because you keep stepping on stuff. And it's seriously time to clean up your room. Friska, get cold. And by cold, what do you mean? Shake. Like code for the boots? Oh. Okay, interesting. Pushes. Or push. I don't know, whatever. Friska, send code. Oh. Actually, that is a nice thing to do, Friska. Finally, you are doing the nice, decent thing. That would be awesome. Some great-ass boots for Tavros. There's an imp behind you, dude. I'm just telling you. Tavros, alchemize. Oh, even better. You made himself a vehicle. I thought he was just gonna get like flying boots. Tavros, fly, pupa. I mean, he gets robo legs later, so I guess it all works out. Fly. And again in time. Man, I feel like the trolls are doing better in their game than the kids are, which is kind of sad considering they just keep messing with each other. And like, I feel like kids were actually trying to help each other, so they did worse somehow. Oh boy. Tavros, lead fearsome entourage into ruins. Commune. Why'd you bring all the trolls here, man? Okay, some kind of broken piece of thing that looks like a penis. Okay. Oh, it's a frog. I just realized that. Okay. Tavros, confer with teammate. Look at this. It's a weird ass imp. Yes, another piece fits. We are making some strict progress on this puzzle. Oh, that's cool, I guess. So, where do you think is the next one? I don't know. Probably buried in the stupid sand somewhere like all the others? Okay, that's mostly what I was thinking too, but it suddenly doesn't sound like you think the puzzle is cool. The puzzle sucks. All these puzzles suck. If I have to help you put one more dumb slab of boring rock into another stupid wall indentation, I'm gonna put an indentation in my desk with my face. But it looks like a frog, and that's kind of fun. Snore, these puzzles are for wigglers. I solved way better puzzles than this in my heyday as Mind Fang. Oh look, some ruins. Oh look, another mysterious recess in the wall. I wonder if something fits in there. It probably just opens a secret passage to more wall indentations. I am so over this puzzle. But they are necessary to solve, aren't they? To find new magic artifacts and things and learn more about the lore of this land. Tavros, let me let you in on a little secret about the lore of your land. It's boring! The minds of your consorts are very soft and impressionable, and as easily manipulated as all those imps you've been tossing around. Yeah, I guess. I have picked apart their tiny little lizard brains and seen through all the smoke and mirrors of their riddles. I have gotten to the truth they are guarding, the great big mystery behind this planet. And you know what it is, Tavros? No, it's bullshit! Meaningless, boring, fanciful bullshit wrapped in flowery poems to keep you guessing. It all leads to one thing anyway, and that's what we should put our attention on. Real gamers cut to the chase. They power through all the nonsense and go for gold. Actually, no, they do all the side quests before they beat the game. They cheat, Tavros. It is time you learn to start cheating. I thought I kinda was cheating. By making friends with monsters? Well, it's a good start. You are bending the rules and getting stuff done. Okay, I will admit, I am fairly impressed with your progress so far, even though you still probably haven't even killed a single enemy. No, don't bother. I know you haven't. But maybe that's okay. Maybe it's just your style, and your real strength is surrounding yourself with allies who are much stronger than you. Like me. I'm sure there's more than one way up the edge ladder. In your case, probably the only way is to roll gently up the edge ramp. The path of the invalid, okay? That comment kind of started out nice and then it just ended up really mean. Yeah, I agree. But I think it's time to stop fucking around. You need to be challenged more. I've been designing a quest for you that should test your true limits. Oh, is that what you were doing all this time? Yes. I mean, not that I don't appreciate it, but don't you have your own quest to do? Yeah, well, after she got me in the game, Kanaya just left me in the lurch. Probably because she's dealing with her own crisis now. Which is just as well because I was starting to get nannied hard. You wouldn't even believe it. Nannied? So I had some time to kill. I drew you a map. Whoa. Here, take a look. It marks will be your new destination, where you will find the ultimate challenge. Terrible looking map and probably you're deaf. More boring puzzles, ignore them. To 7th gate? Go here. Okay, you're trying to get Tavros killed. We already gone through this whole thing with John? You should not go directly to the last gate. Okay, snore. Don't know what that is. Where does it go? I have determined from your consorts that there is a terrible monster deep underground. It guards a hoard of treasure bigger than either of us can imagine. It is called a denizen, and it is the boss of your whole planet. Tavros, you will go and face your denizen. Won't that be too difficult? It will be the most powerful adversary you have ever met. But you can handle it. I believe in you. Thanks? I mean, I respect that you have lots of piratey bravado about stuff and you type fast about it. But I think this is foolish and not sensible. I would probably just get killed realistically. At least Tavros is smarter than John. Maybe. That is a risk you take by being a brave adventurer. But it is a good opportunity to apply your cunning. Maybe you can rally a huge army to bend to your will and overwhelm the monster? Who knows? It is up to you. This is it, Tavros. It is time to sink or swim. I should get Kanaya's advice. Or maybe Karkat, since he is the leader? No. Oh god, every time. Always going and getting to others to bail you out. Anyway, Kanaya is missing in action and Karkat has his head up his nook with his new stabby hate friend. Neither can help you. It's just hard to figure out. If you really think this is a good idea strategically, or if it's just more of the thing where you harass me but sound excited about it. Man, Tavros, he knows all the tricks that she wants to pull. Tavros, I know nobody believes me about this, probably not even a gullible dope like you, but I actually care about your advancement as a player. Everything I have done has been to make you stronger. Okay, I still don't know what to believe about that. Oh, you are useless. I'm done talking about this. Now shut up and point that cherry vehicle of yours towards the X on that map. Next stop, Gate 7. Let's go. This isn't optional. You know very well that I can make you go to that gate whether you want to or not. Can you though? But I would rather it not have to come to that. Oh, I guess you can because you still have the mind control thing. What would it be? Advance or advance? Okay, I will go. Oh, one last thing. Equip your boy Skylark outfit. This will be Pupa's last stand. I mean, Sith. Ha ha ha. Oh, you're so funny and so mean. Tavros, point cherry vehicle toward X on map. Well, Tavros, good luck. Probably not gonna die, but it probably won't end good. You proceed through what seems to be your second gate into the land of maps and treasure. The thief of light lies in wait. Oh, okay. That's cool. What are you wearing? What is happening? Like, okay. Friska, wake up. What just happened? Weren't you literally just like being a server player? Or was that like the dream you? Okay, this is weird. Oh my, it appears Pupa Pan himself has flown through your window while you were asleep. How exciting. Surely he is here to take you away on the adventure of a lifetime. He is more dreamy and heroic than you ever imagined. But what's this? It seems the legendary boy Skylark has misplaced his shadow. He is looking everywhere for it, to no avail. He is having a devil of a time, what with being paralyzed from the waist down and all. He clearly needs your help. Friska, help Pupa find Shadow. Duh. Good luck. Pupa, you truly are a silly goose. Your shadow has been trapped underneath your useless torso the whole time. Honestly, where else would it be, you stupid sack of shit? Boot. Are you wearing them sexy rocket boots? Of course, the secret to reuniting with your shadow is to get up and walk around, and play and dance and frolic. Your shadow will surely join in your gaiety, but it appears Pupa has lost the use of his legs. There will be no frolicking in this young man's future, unless Friska applies special stardust. So, what is this weird thing they keep like throwing in the trolls' faces? It's weird. Everyone knows that just a pinch of special stardust along with a happy thought will allow any boy to get up and walk again. Everyone knows this because it is in the classic tale, Pupa Pan. Young Pupa flies through the window of a fairy girl's respite block, falls on the floor, and has trouble getting up like an enormous pansy. The fairy girl then helps him walk again, and in return, he teaches her to fly. Even though she probably already knows how to fly, because she's a fairy, they fly out of her window together and have magical adventures for many sweeps thereafter. To be honest, you hardly know a damn thing about Pupa Pan, but you do not care. Great, now you blinded him as well, probably. Pupa remains as pathetic and useless as ever. The Stardust did nothing. Probably because it was just glittery powder with no magical properties whatsoever, and it's basically bullshit. Because in case it wasn't clear, magic isn't real and neither are miracles. Or it could just be that Pupa has failed to have a happy thought. Your duty is clear. You will have to make him have happy thoughts. Friska, make Pupa have happy thoughts. How? This is literally terrifying, I bet. Okay? She's being real freaky right now. Like, literally, what is going on? What are you doing? Well, I guess Nepeta has to update her shipping wall again. Dump. This is all very confusing. And bizarre. Manipulate. Of course. Oh, Tavros. Slump. What is even going on? Kanaya, deal with your own crisis. We're all having crises of our own. What crisis? What? Phew, crisis resolved. It was no doubt harrowing and suspenseful, but in the meantime, you have left your client player in the lurch. Ideally, she has not gotten herself into too much trouble, and ideally, the dramatic irony has not gotten so thick you could draw a dotted line on it with a tube of lipstick and cut it in half with a chainsaw. Kanaya, return to serving client. Well, this is not what you wanted to see. Oh, no. Poor you. Don't worry about it, she's just being a weirdo. So that's why she had you make this dress for her? And you just went along with it like a sucker. Oh, you're such an idiot. I like this angry face. Aww. Oh, Mother Sprite. There, sweetheart. Kanaya, it's hard. Well, your tears are also green? That is weird. Aww. Being a kid and growing up, it's hard and nobody understands. Seriously, is this not a Simple Plan song? Try to understand. I'm trying, it's very hard. I don't understand what's going on. The problem is that when the subject of troll romance is broached, our sparing human intellects instantly assume the most ingratiating posture of surrender imaginable, but we will do our best to understand regardless. Humans have only one form of romance, and though we consider it a complicated subject spanning a wide range of emotions, social conventions, and implications for reproduction, it is ultimately a superficial slice of what trolls consider the full body of romantic experience. Our concept of romance, in spite of its capacity to fill our art and literature and to rule our individual destinies like little else, is still just that, a single linear concept. A concept usually denoted by a single symbol, heart symbol. Troll romance is more complicated than that. Troll romance needs 4 symbols. Oh great, that's a lot. Like cards, you mean? Red romance? What does it say? Cup? Pusette? Okay. Conciliatory? What? Red romance, black romance. This is weird. Their understanding of romance is divided in halves, and half again, producing 4 quadrants. The flush quadrant, okay, like the shape, or like the combo, or the card combo. The caligneous the Caligneous quadrant, the Pale quadrant, and the Ashen quadrant. Each quadrant is grouped by the half they share, whether horizontally or vertically, depending on the overlapping properties one examines. The sharpest dichotomy from an emotional perspective is drawn between red romance and black romance. Red romance, comprised of the flush and pale quadrants, is a form of romance rooted in strongly positive emotions. Okay, black romance with its Caligneous and Ashen quadrants is rooted in the strongly negative. Okay, so like one is like normal love and the other one's just hate. Okay. On the other hand, the vertical bifurcation has to do with the purpose of the relationship, regardless of the emotions behind it. Those quadrants which are concupiscent, the flush and Caligneous, have to do with facilitating the elaborate reproductive cycle of troves. Those which are conciliatory, the Pale and Ashen, would be more closely likened to platonic relationships by human standards. Say what? There's many parallels between human relationships and the various facets of true romance. Humans have words to describe relationships of a negative nature or of a platonic nature. The difference is, for humans, those relationships would never be conceptually grouped with romance. Are you talking about friendship? Because that's a thing, and not a disease. Establishing those sorts of relationships for humans is not driven by the same primal forces that drive our tendency to couple romantically. But for trolls, those primal forces involve themselves in the full palette of these relationships, red or black, torrid or friendly. Trolls typically feel strongly compelled to find balance in each quadrant and seek gratifying relationships that each describes. The challenge is particularly torturous for young trolls, who must reconcile the wide range of contradictory emotions associated with this matrix while understanding the nature of their various romantic urges for the first time. Of course, young humans have this challenge too, but for trolls the challenge is fourfold. Just sounds very complicated and we should just not do it. Examine flush quadrant. Oh hey, look, it's dad and mom. Weird. When two individuals find themselves in a flush quadrant together, they are said to be matesprits. Matespritship is the closest parallel to the human concept of romance trolls have. Oh, okay, what's the shape like again? Is it literally the heart shape, or are you just showing dad and mom being in love? Okay, matespritship is the flush quadrant thing. It plays a role in the troll's reproductive cycle just as it does for humans. This is pretty obvious. Not much more needs to be said about this. Moving right along. Examine Caligneous quadrant. Okay, it is the card shapes. Okay, why are we learning about this? This is the spade thing. It has like a hate relationship of sorts. When a pair of adversaries delve into this quadrant, they become each other's kismesses. As one of the concupiscent quadrants, it plays a role in procreation as well. There is no particularly good human translation for this concept. The closest would be an especially potent arch rivalry. For instance, human players would never be able to adequately diagnose the relationship between the queen and her archagent, but troll players could immediately place it as a dead ringer for a kismesitude. They would think we were all pretty stupid for not getting it, and they would be right. Because I don't get it. Trolls have a complicated reproductive cycle. It's probably best not to examine it in much detail. The need to seek out concupiscent partners comes with more urgency than typical reproductive instincts. When the Imperial drone comes knocking, you had better be able to supply genetic material to each of his filial pales. What? If you have nothing to offer, he will kill you without hesitation. The genetic material, without going into much detail, is a combinative genetic mix from the matesprit and kismeses pairs. Literally what? Respectively, the pales are all offered to the mother grub, who can only receive such pre-combined material. She then combines all of it into one incestuous slurry and begins her brooding. Gross! This doesn't mean the initial combination was for naught, however. In the slurry, more dominant genes rise to the fore, while the more recessive find less representation in the brood. Especially strong matesprit and kismeses pairings yield more dominant genetic material. The more powerful the complement, or potent the rivalry, the more dominant the genes. Troll reproduction sure is weird, We all take a moment to lament how pedestrian the human reproductive system is, and further lament that the phrase incestuous slurry is not a feature of common parlance in human civilization. Good, because I don't know what even. Examine Ashen Quadrant. So it's a friendship, right, basically? Or something? This quadrant involves a particular type of three-way relationship of a black romantic nature. Falling on the conciliatory side, it has no bearing on the reproductive cycle except for indirect ramifications. When two trolls are locked in a feud or some otherwise contentious relationship, one can intervene and become their auspicious. So which one is that? Is that Tavros? The auspicious mediates between the two. No, that's probably what's her face, Chainsaw Girl. Playing the role of a peacekeeper, preventing the feud from boiling over into a fully calignious rivalry. Since such lesser feuds are quite common among trolls, there is a significant need for auspicizing parties. Without them, too many ashen feuds would become calignious and begin to conflict with other exclusive kismissive relationships, leading to a great deal of social complexity and sore feelings, even more so than black romance usually involves. Without auspicism, the result would be widespread black infidelity. So it's a friendship, right? I don't know, it's a hate friendship. Yeah, that relationship is complicated. The relationships each quadrant describes tends to be malleable, if not volatile, especially on the concupiscent half where more torrid emotions reside. It doesn't take much to flip a switch and transmute black rom feelings to red rom and vice versa. In many cases, one party will have red feelings while the other has black, but it will often be the case that one party's feelings will swap to match the others, since there is no quadrant which naturally accommodates such a disparity. But thereafter it's not uncommon for the two to toggle between red and black in unison now and then. These scenarios naturally result in both red and black infidelities. This sort of relationship volatility is why conciliatory relationships are an important part of troll romance. Yeah, sure, okay. This troll romance 101 class is very complicated. And that flashing is like calling a seizure or something. An auspicious can stabilize particularly turbulent relationships if the auspicious fails to mediate properly or has an interest or has no interest in the role, or perhaps has different romantic intentions him herself altogether. Then the relationship often quickly deteriorates into one of an especially hostile and torrid nature. There are many outside factors and influences tugging and pulling these relationships in different directions, and unlike humans who have very orderly, simple, straightforward romantic relationships without exception, trolls exist in a state of almost perpetual confusion and generally have no idea what the hell is going on. Like me right now. Being confused by troll relationships is one thing we do have in common though. Yeah, so exactly what is happening? It just keeps changing. Everything is just like breaking and falling apart and going into different shapes. I don't know, man. Examine Pale Quadrant. Diamond. Okay, this is a friendship, right? Of some kind. This quadrant presides over moral allegiance, the other conciliatory relationship. A reasonable human translation would be the concept of a soulmate. Oh, okay. But in a more platonic sense. So a friend! And with a more specific social purpose. Trolls are a very angry and violent race. Some are more hot-tempered and dangerous than others, to the extent that if left to their own devices they would present a serious threat to society or even to themselves. Such trolls will have an instinctive pale attraction to a more even-tempered troll, who may become their more-rail. The more-rail is obliged to pacify the other, well that sounds like a lot of work, to function as the better half. The two partners in a strong pale relationship will serve to balance and complement each other's emotional profiles, and thus allow their other relationships to be more successful. It's often ambiguous, especially among young trolls, whether a bond formed between an acquaintance is true moral allegiance, or the usual variety of platonic involvement. Furthermore, romantic intentions of a more flushed nature can often be mistaken for paler leanings, much to the frustration of the suitor. But some pale pairings, as the one above, will be strikingly obvious to all who know them. I don't know what the hell's going on. Oh hey, random introduction is the Fago. These gotta be the two seed dollars, right? So I'm guessing that this was the super nice one, this was the super cranky one. Just judging based on their faces. And yet others will seem to have been hatched for each other. Wait! More troll romance exposition, please! This is getting a little bit too volatile. Maybe put like a handbrake on that. Oh god, you just can't get enough of this, can you? That would have been a great point for a transition out of this illustrated sociological study, but okay, if you insist. Now see, what's going on here is, it's perfectly simple. When the full matrix of troll romance is in action, we have, hey, why don't you figure it out? You should be an expert in all this by now anyway. No one knows what's going on. I just know there's a lot of complicated relationships going on right now. Later, our troll hero will try to explain the story when Hero attempted to convey all the nuance of troll romance through a nearly verbatim recitation of the preceding excerpts. He would try to describe how rich and textured the troll romantic comedies were compared to the one-dimensional schlock of our human cinematic counterparts. He would barely scratch the surface of troll Will Smith's virtuosity with the delicate latest of troll romance, as he would assist the bumbling fudge-blood troll Kevin James through the interwoven minefield briar patch of red rom and black rom entanglements, all the while sifting through his own prickly romantic situation and ultimately learning the true meaning of hate and pity. But would they succeed before the Imperial drone came knocking, with its thirsty pails at the ready? Yes, they would. But John didn't understand any of this because he's a moron, and he wouldn't shut up about his awful bullshit Earth movies. He would just go on and on and on about that garbage. Okay. That was like a lot of, you know, FYIs about troll romance. That was very confusing. But if there was one theme to be hammered through his thick skull, it would be the troll's cultural preoccupation with romantic destiny. Yes. The romantic landscape is rife with false starts and miscues and infidelities, red and black, but every troll believes strongly that each quadrant holds one and only one true pairing for them, and it is just a matter of time before the grid is filled with auspicious matchups through the mysterious channels of troll serendipity. In short, their belief is that for each quadrant there exists a pair or a triad of trolls somewhere in the cosmos there were. Made for each other. Wow, another great transition. You wonder if it will stick this time. You have no choice but to take a stab at the rare and extremely dangerous 2-time transition combo. Attempt 2-time transition combo. Hey look, we're finally getting introduced to these guys. Looks like it worked. So who is this guy anyway? And her name? It's a very fierce dude apparently. He's riding a seahorse. Your name is Iridian Ampora. Iridian, do something awesome. I think he's like awesome enough already. Is that a gun? He did see his royalty. Wait for it. It looks like a harpoon gun. I'm waiting. Wait. Still waiting. Whale! What the hell? There she blows! Swoop. You're gonna kill that whale for food or some crap? Or are you hitching a ride? This is crazy. Holy crap, dude, that is not a harpoon gun. Hardcore. Well, you just murder a whale. I don't know why. Fish food, okay. Like for the fishies or for you? 2-time transition combo. Okay, that guy is pretty much squared away. What about her? And her name. She looks awesome. Look, she's all smiley. She's so positive. Your name is Fairy? Fafari? Pisces? Fafari, do something adorable. Oh, you're already adorable. That is not adorable. That is awesome. What does it say? Swim? To the dead whale? You guys hunting together? Oh, that is awesome. Literally what? They just hunted the whale. I guess they eat it. She's like Poseidon. Yeah, I think they just killed the whale to feed the fish. Which is super bizarre. What is happening? Are these the fishies? Because that's very scary. Is it your Lucis? Holy crap. It's huge. Thought the whale was huge, but this thing is huge. This is why don't go in the ocean, guys. There are deadly things down there. For Fairy, go home. Go home. That should keep her quiet for a while, at least until she dies. Eridan, go home. Everyone's just going home. Bye guys, go home. That should keep her happy for a while and make a freshly orphaned troll somewhere pretty sad. Wait, what? What? Did you kill someone's Lucis? Eridan, examine block. Was the whale someone's Lucis? You conveniently return to your spike block so that we may study your variety of interests. That was very considerate of you. They have gills. That's weird. Flowing through your veins is nearly the richest blood the hemo spectrum has to offer, penultimate on the scale. As such, you are a sea dweller, a sub-race of troll distinct from the commoners by mutation and habitat, a caste which rules over the entire species. But ruling a reveal is not enough. You have an overpowering genocide complex, okay? That's not good. And have made it your sworn duty to kill all land dwellers. You have amassed resources and deadly weaponry from around the world for this ambition through many sweeps of extreme roleplaying, while pursuing a working doomsday device which will bring Armageddon to all those on the surface. Haven't had much luck with that, but maybe tonight's your night. You hold a fascination for military history and legendary conquerors. You have dubiously modeled your profile and exploits after the most notorious figures and their stories, which are bristling with the glory of victory and the sting of defeat, and political machinations. Hold up. You have dubiously modeled your profile and exploits after the most notorious figures and their stories, which are bristling with the glory of victory and the sting of defeat, and political machinations, and romantic intrigue. It is an image you are careful to craft through exaggerated emotional theatrics, and your penchant for mass murder notwithstanding, people tend to regard you as a bit of a tool, and I think a little bit more than just a bit of a tool. You also like magic even though you know it to be fake, like a made up friend, the way wizards are. Made up, make-believe, fakey fakes. It's still fun though. Your troll tag is Caligula's Aquarium, and you speak with a very weird and sort of wavy sounding accent, probably all that water going through your gills. You hold up on doing anything for the moment on account of courtesy to fellow royalty. Well, alright guys, before we have Fairy examine her block, we are gonna pause here. I think we finally got introduced to all the trolls, I believe. Unless I'm forgetting someone, there's just a lot of them. And then we had like a whole lesson on troll romance, which was very complicated. And it sounded like only really like it sounded like 2 of them were about like actual romantic relationships, and then 2 of them were just basically about friendship. And there's like loving friendships and romance, and then just hating romance and friendships. I don't know. I just don't get it. But it's based on cards, I guess, because it has those 4 shapes. I don't know, dude. I just don't even know. But at least the soulmate one was kind of easier to understand. It was probably the easiest one to understand. Even that was weird. But now that we got introduced to all the trolls, I think. Don't quote me on that, I don't remember. And we're kind of slowly getting like a good summary of each of the trolls in their troll game, in the troll session. I'm imagining we're probably just gonna get like a quick overlook, quick like dive into each of them, and then we're gonna see how it all ties in with John and the others' session. So we're gonna see how that ends up, because troll world is so confusing. They're so weird, but also just really weird. Actually, it's just really weird. I don't have anything else to say about that. But in any case, I will leave this here, and then in the next video we will explore Fairy's house, I guess? I thought we were gonna explore his house first, but I guess not. We'll probably jump back and forth, but in any case, I will leave you guys here. So thank you so much for watching this. Let me know what you think, and I will see you guys in the next video.